Hi everybody, this is Anthony Christou, the creator of Luminous Ages series and comic book series and RPG books. I'm here to talk to you today about creating your own currency in your own homebrew world. Now, I really advise, and it clearly states in the Dungeon Master's Guide, not to make things too complicated in terms of conversion, in terms of currency. So if you're going to create a currency, let's say it's, I wouldn't go, this currency is of the currency of the Lightbringers, and it's worth 1.73 of one gold piece. The problem with that is you're going to make it very complicated in the game. People are going to have to try and work out conversions. And look, unless you really want to make that part of your game or your role-playing game, it becomes a nightmare, especially if you're trying to integrate it into 5e kind of a scenario. What I've done is I've basically just created my own. I recommend you just create your own name for your currencies, but make them the same equivalent of gold pieces or silver pieces. So for instance, one gold Dragnari is worth the same as one gold piece in D&D. And as you probably know, may or may not know in D&D, copper pieces, say one copper piece or 10 copper pieces are worth the same as one silver piece, and 10 silver pieces are worth one gold piece. So I basically have the same scaling system with Dragnari. The only difference is that I have two other lesser currencies which aren't worth as much. So we've got the green Kobalos coin. So you can have a look here. This is the green Kobalos coin. And that is not worth much at all, the blue coin. Now you can get gold Gobalo coin, and they're worth the equivalent of a gold Dragnari. But if a goblin comes up to you in our world with green Kobalos coin, you're kind of gonna get into some trouble. You might get tricked. For instance, one gold Dragnari or one gold piece in the D&D world is worth the equivalent of 2,500 green Gobaloi coin. So it's not worth much. The green Gobalos coin is not worth much. So you need to have like bags and bags of coin to make it the equivalent of 5 or 10 gold pieces. The next one up, which is worth a bit more, is Blue Lycoan coin. Now again, Blue Lycoan coin, there are gold versions of them, there are silver, there are platinum, and there are copper versions of the Lycoan coin. They are worth the same as Dragnari, but if you get the blue ones, you may be getting tricked by a satyr or a nymph or any sort of weird sort of creature of the forest, because the coin of the wolf is obviously a forest currency. Now the blue Lycoan is worth about 500, so you need 500 blue Lycoan coins to get one Dragnari gold piece or one gold piece in the D&D world. So I've got a clear chart, it's in the book, but it's also I have this printed out for my players. And look, something like that is a lot easier to convert over. It's not totally easy, but it's easier than going, all right, I'm going to make, the Lightbringers currency. That's just a currency name. I'm not making it up. I've just made it up on the spot. The Lightbringers currency is worth 1.69 GP, So, it's almost worth a little bit more than a normal gold piece in the D&D world. That is a nightmare to calculate, so your players are going to have a calculator at the side. So I really don't recommend that. I usually try and do it worth half the currency. So for instance, one copper coin in our world is worth 5 blue Lycoan coins. You could even go 2 blue Lycoan coins. So, but I've decided to make it 5, just out of interest. So, and it just increases by increments of 10. So if I want to, let's say I've got 5 blue Lycoan coins, it's only worth 1 copper. I then have to times it by 10 for 1 silver piece. So because there's 10 copper into 1 silver. So if I want 1 silver piece, it's basically 50 blue Lycoan coin, and it goes up to 500 for gold. Then obviously for platinum, it's going to be 2,500 blue Lycoan coins. So that's just my system of currency. It's pretty much the same, apart from 2 lesser currencies which are used to kind of trick players as a joke. The goblins are mischievous in our world, but most of the colored currencies are worth the same. So try not to overcomplicate it. All I have to say is just try and make it simple. If you're going to add something in, like you're going to change the values, try and make it at the lower points, at a lower currency, and then that it scales up into the other currencies. But have a chart set up so people know, all right, well, like I said, 500 blue Lycon coins is worth 1 gold piece. So you can trick them in one shot or one encounter, and then once people catch on, hey, I've been ripped off, I got told to do this massive task for literally 1 gold piece, which looks like it's a lot of 500 wolf coins. That looks like it's a lot of money. That's just a trick and a story element I'm adding into my world, and make it part of your world. I think that's the message I'm trying to say here, is make it part of your world. So like if you just want to name it after cities that you've created, or you want to name it after races or species, which I've done with the Gobbleroi or with the wolf, the Lycoans, you can. I'll really advise that, and we probably will be doing that, naming it after species or cities in our world and having the similar currency. And if we feel like it, we may make some things worth double. So for instance, let's say I have some really royal race of creatures. We've got the Ornirians, for instance. So we might have our own currency called the Ornirian currency. We might say that, okay, 1 gold piece is worth 2 Ornirian gold pieces. So it's a really easy conversion. So you don't need much to convert it back. So it's basically worth more. That actually works in your favor as well, which is something we're probably going to release an Ornirian currency if things go well. But that's something that we're going to add into the end of the book as the Kickstarter progresses. So anyway, I just wanted to let you know about currency. It's not that hard. Don't overcomplicate it. You can, if you're going to do anything like new currencies, either double or half what they're worth. That's all I would do. Or worst case scenario, make it worth 5 times less. So it's easier to calculate. You just got to times it by 10 every time. And that should make it easier. I hope this is helpful for you. So if you're creating your own D&D homebrew and you just want to have fun with currency, that's what I recommend you doing. If you want to complicate it a little bit, which I wouldn't say complicated, you want to make it a little bit more interesting, that's what I would advise. So either make it worth double the amount or maybe 5 times less, and have a table to scale it up. And just a simple table, which I have right here, so you get it, people know. The diagram's just up here. Anyway, without further ado, I must go, and I'll see you on the next episode and you'll get to find out some cool stuff about maybe the dream magic or something like that today. So thank you very much. Bye.